So have you ever heard of something called the placebo effect?
No.
So what they did was they had like a sugar pill, right? And don't, I may be paraphrasing this or misquoting this, but it was basically an experiment, and they gave I think it was like a sugar pill. It had no medicinal purposes, nothing. It was nothing. And then they gave it to a person to say, oh, if you have a migraine or a headache, if you're not feeling well, take this. And it's like, paracetamol, aspirin, it's going to make you feel better. When they had given it to the people with the sugar, because of that power, they felt like they were relieved, or they felt that sugar effect had made an effect on them, but it was nothing. It was just sugar. So what that went to show you was just the fact that someone can give you this pill, and then your mind has an elevated emotion that says, well, if I take this, it's going to heal me. So you're already putting it in your mind, this thing is going to say, and what does it do? You end up relying on that, but it's just the power of the mind.
Yeah,
it's the power of the mind. If I believe this is going to heal me, it's going to heal you. If you believe you can heal yourself, I'm healed already, you will heal yourself.
Yes, and that's how life is.
Amazing.
Life is the same everywhere. See, only the problem we have is our stomach.
What do you mean?
If you're hungry, your stomach, it doesn't know where you are. If you're in America, if you're in Europe, if you're in Africa, if you're in village, if you're in the war, if you're in jail, if any condition you are in, the stomach doesn't care. You got to feed it. Somehow you have to feed your stomach. Everywhere you are.
It doesn't care if you're a billionaire.
It doesn't care if you're a billionaire. You go somewhere, you have $1 billion, it's going to tell you, hey, time you give me something. If you're in the village in Africa, you have nothing. He's going to remind you, hey, man, no. You give me my things.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. That is how, when you see that life, how life it is like that way. So that way you enjoy it. So that's why you know, wow, our mind is my God.
We're powerful.
We are powerful. My mind is the one who's going to make me to go to look what to eat. My mind is going to make me to go to look how to feed my children. My mind is going to use it to go to do this and this. See, that's how it is. Even as we do it unknowingly. See, we are thinking it's good from heaven who does it, but it's our mind. Yes.
It's the power of our mind.
It's the power of our mind. So that's why we know. Even though we thinking God is going to come, no, we have been doing it without knowing it. But now when you do it, when you know your power, it's your mind. Your God is your mind. God talk to you through your mind. God tell you where you go to take your food from your mind. So that's how they change. The beliefs change. Than the one you're just thinking is going to come from the heaven.
And I think within the African community too, when you say, for example, I'm working on my mental health, you see, someone may think that you're going crazy, you're suicidal, you have issues within. But when you really think about it, for me to work on the most powerful tool, the place that carries me every single way, every day, I'm with my mind. Why is that seen as something that is like, whoa, you're crazy or something? But you see in the communities here, that mental health, these are common. This is normal. Oh, he's working on the mental health. So I just think we need to normalize working on the most powerful tool that you have. Your mind can either break you or destroy you. And if you want to live in heaven, if you want to have an amazing life, if you don't have the mind or the sense to work on your mind, work and use it as a gym, because you have to unlock that power within. Always.
Let me tell you something.
On this path of life that I'm on right now, I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about my financial future. How can I make important moves now that are going to impact me when I'm older? This video is sponsored by Rise. Every time you get an income, you can set weekly, monthly, daily investment goals. You can put aside money while you're growing and seeking the best future for yourself. For me, what I do is every week I have an amount and it puts the money into the stock market. It's all about compounded interest. The actions and the things that you do today are impacting your future. So for me to continually having that compounding interest of money being put away into the stock market, by the time I'm 30, 40, 50 years old, that amount is generational wealth. That is the power of compounded interest. It's always important to think about your future, always important to think about tomorrow and 20 to 30, 40 years from now. What Rise has done with the Rubasha Family podcast, they're going to give you $5 once you sign up with the Rise app and you're approved. You can start your financial journey today. None of this is financial advice. Hit the link in the description, get $5 into your account once you're approved, and get started on your investment journey today.
So when I came to Australia, that's where I used to look everywhere. See, where you can find jujus, where you can find, you know, all those spaces. I was wondering why in Australia they don't have it.
Where you used to look for juju or
Yes,
hear about it.
yeah, hear about it. You see how back Africa home there's jujus, there's, you know, and I was wondering why only in Africa is where all those things remain. Why is that? It's because the power of mind. See, all those juju we have, it's our mind. But when we do that, we don't know. We think that is real. People think everything is real. They don't know it's a power in their mind. Even when you look, what do you call those people who does the mind things? So he is so expensive to go to meet.
Those reading,
Counseling was no. Yeah. So
like counseling and stuff. Yeah, it's expensive.
so expensive. Therapy is so expensive. So that is why. So way back home, the therapy could be go to church or go to be things there. But here they have professional therapy. So that will make the difference now. See, but that's why you found people in the village there. You go through the church can become your therapy. See, that's where another way. So we have to go through to change ourselves through our mind, to tell people those things it exists just in your mind. Yes, and that's fear always is just in your
mind. Or even with like pastors, people have such like a, you know, you go to church and like you said, there's something always outside of you that's going to save you. Oh, let's go talk to the pastor about it. Oh, pastor, oh, help us, you know. And it's like you're giving your power away straight away. So inferiority settles in straight away because you think, oh, maybe the pastor's the one who can pray for me, or the pastor's the one who can heal me. He can talk to, he's closer with God. He's the chosen one. And it's like you have that same exact power.
Yeah. The people who are lucky is those back home pastors, those leaders of churches. They're so lucky. They know how to live well. They use God. They use their power, their mind to live. So the fear people they have, so they know that somebody else is going to save them. So that's why this pastor, they take away a lot of minds of people back home, a lot away from them. Yes, it doesn't give them any power for themselves to believe themselves. Everything you do, I was part of those people. I used to be like that, go to church. Like I remember before to come to Australia, we go to pastors everywhere. They go to pray for us to come to Australia. So, and that's how you feel. Everything they say, oh, there's somebody else good to come to do that. But you forgot your mind is so powerful. It can do that without going to that person. And that's how it works. But to change it, it's so hard because it make like pastor, it's an institution. Churches in Africa is institution. You can't change it. You can't do anything. Those pastors, they're powerful. They're readers. See, they're readers like any other readers in the thing there, and they're so powerful. If you have followers like that, you become so powerful.